hours earlier. As he stepped inside, his eyes were immediately drawn to the main altar, where an unusual and unsettling sight greeted him. The 4 missing nuns, rosaries each, one a distinct color and design, had been placed side by side in perfect symmetry, their crucifixes pointing upward. This precise, unnatural alignment gave the sense of intention, or ritual. Even more disturbing was what stood behind the rosaries, a single black candle, lit and burning slowly. Father Marco knew for certain that no black candles were ever kept in the chapel. They were strictly forbidden by traditional doctrine, often associated with occult practices or pagan rites. Yet there it was, melting steadily, giving off a waxy, bitter smell that clung to the air. The priest put it out immediately, his hands trembling. He checked the doors, the windows, even the candle storage cabinets, but everything was locked, untouched. There was no sign of anyone breaking in. He tried to dismiss it as some twisted prank, maybe by rebellious youths or someone seeking to provoke panic. But that theory crumbled the moment he approached the confessional booth. The red velvet curtain, covering the priest's side, was gently swaying, as if someone had just exited, yet the air was still, and no one was inside. When he stepped closer, a whisper echoed faintly from within the wooden box, not loud enough to understand, but clear enough to freeze him in place. He stood paralyzed for nearly a minute, feeling the temperature around him drop further, before summoning the courage to open the door. It was empty. Word of the candle and the rosaries spread quickly through the village. Many residents refused to enter the chapel after that, even in daylight. Some suggested a message was being left, or a warning. Others believed the nuns had never left the grounds at all but were trapped somewhere, or something. A few even recalled an old tale passed down from their grandparents about the silent vow, an oath once taken by holy women who sought to cross into the realm of stillness and never return. Of course, such stories were dismissed by the church as folklore, but in the absence of answers, those stories began to feel more and more real. By the week's end, Father Marco removed the rosaries from the altar and stored them in the sacristy. But he noticed something strange each night. One of them would reappear on the altar, always in the same position, always before dawn. He locked the sacristy, changed the locks, even slept inside the chapel one night. But still, the rosaries returned. On the 7th night, when he entered the chapel at 3 a.m., all 4 were back, and this time, the black candle was lit again. The wax pooled beneath it now formed the shape of a small cross, pointing toward the sealed basement door at the back of the chapel. Weeks turned into months, but the mystery of the missing nuns only deepened. With no trace of them ever found, the people of Santa Lucia tried to move on, but the convent and chapel refused to let them forget. At first, it was dismissed as the wind or the creaking of old stone,